Coming up on Mountain News this morning, some Kentucky schools are reevaluating safety protocols after the shooting out of Georgia. Plus, a local deal fell through, and now two towns are looking for a new solution to failing wastewater systems.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
We are at 5:30 this morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm Madison Carmouche. Let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your Friday morning forecast.
Good morning, Madison. Good morning, everyone. Who's happy that it's Friday? Both hands are up, right? Of course. Hey, it's a cool start at 54. Some of us are in the lower 60s. So overall, not too bad. And we've had some low clouds and fog develop across the region. Typical spots. So needless to say, Cumberland Valley, northern Tennessee, a little extra time as the rest of the reporting stations are 10s right now. Again, 54 outside our door here in Hazard. The update from Logan now at 63. 59 Harlan. Good morning to you. Up in Ashland, you're at 57. High pressure's right on top of us. Calm winds, but the return flow is why some of the temps across central and western Kentucky are warmer right now. And guess what? We got a warm day on tap, seasonably warm, and temps warm up into the lower 70s quick this morning. By 10 a.m., we'll top out at 85, keeping things rain-free with a blend of clouds and sunshine for today. When does the rain arrive? We'll let you know. Your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast in a few minutes. Madison.
Tim, thank you. The deadly school shooting in Georgia has many school leaders in Kentucky taking a closer look at their safety plans. In Laurel County, the school district police chief says his team is constantly having active shooter trainings. And each time there's a school shooting, training is reevaluated. School leaders also say they are involved in threat assessments and working with students on mental health concerns.
I think the counselor component in schools is vital. Also, there's so many mental health issues nowadays, and I'm sure when it comes down to it, we'll see that was the case in Georgia also.
Laurel County school resource officers also take part in 40 hours of annual state training. Digging equipment and dozens of law enforcement officers were back in Nelson County yesterday looking for Crystal Rogers' body. The FBI says this search comes after they have received several tips about the property in the Cox Creek area. It once belonged to Nick Houck. He is the brother of Brooks Houck, who is charged with Rogers' murder and was her boyfriend when she disappeared in 2015. Nick Houck has not been charged in the case. The Nelson County Sheriff's Office says they expect to be digging at the house for the next few days.
We'll be here through tomorrow. Pretty much, you guys know the drill. This is still an ongoing. We have not found a body, and it's what we're here to do.
The Houcks sold this property in 2018. The sheriff's office says the current homeowners have nothing to do with the investigation and are fully cooperating with officers. A voluntary school staff member with Clay County Public Schools is accused of holding a student at gunpoint. A criminal complaint alleges Christopher Collier drove onto Clay County High School property, asked a student to get into his vehicle, and then pulled out a gun. Collier is accused of then holding the gun to the student's head and telling him he would kill him. Collier faces several charges, including trespassing, wanton endangerment, and terroristic threatening. The Greenup County Sheriff's Office is asking for the public's help after a person was seen on camera stealing an AC unit from a church building. Police did not identify what church this was, but say the person can be seen disassembling the AC unit. The security footage is dated August 29th, beginning at 12:40 in the morning. It shows the man walking away with the unit overnight. If you have any information, call Greenup County Emergency Management at 606-473-5644. We have an update on a story we have been following out of Harlan County after an Environmental Protection Agency study. The Tri-Cities of Cumberland, Benham, and Lynch are working toward a wastewater system solution. Initially, the cities were in talks for an interlocal agreement using Cumberland's updated wastewater plant. However, once Cumberland Mayor Charles Raleigh learned of the $21 price increase for Cumberland citizens, the city backed out.
So that alone made us step back and say, well, we need to look into this more. I know you're on a time crunch because this grant money's there and can only be used a certain length of time, but we can't rush this. This is a big decision. And once you do it, you can't take it back.
Raleigh adds the decision is what he believes is best for the people who elected him in Cumberland. AT&T has extended a final offer to the union representing its 17,000 workers currently on strike. However, the Communications Workers of America says they have put forth a counteroffer. Just 4 days ago, CWA also withdrew from mediation. It has been more than 3 weeks since AT&T workers walked off the job in several states, many of them in Kentucky. We have previously covered how it's affecting wait times for AT&T customers. Nearly 5,000 businesses across Kentucky applied to receive a medicinal cannabis license. Governor Andy Beshear says a vast majority of those applicants came in during the 24 to 48 hours leading up to the deadline. Right now, they're vetting businesses and cultivators and hope to get the licenses out by the end of the year.
We are increasing our staff, almost doubling them, for reviewing the applications. We had already taken the step to move from about 9 people to about 29 people. And we're adding another 20 on top of that to do our best to get through this as quickly but also as accurately as we can.
The window to apply closed this past weekend with 4,998 applications for medical cannabis licenses. One Southern Kentucky school district has announced its attendance policy with updates based on new Kentucky legislation. On social media, Williamsburg City Schools officials say students are allowed 6 healthcare provided excuses and 6 legal guardian excuses. Excuses must be turned in at the front office within 2 days of an absence, or it will be considered unexcused. There is also a time for time policy, which means according to the school board's policy, all students who miss 16 or more days are required to participate in the policy. It's a program that allows students to make up instructional time that has been lost due to absences. In the post, it says students may not be promoted to the next grade level unless the time is made up. We have more about all of this on WYMT.com. The Perry County Sheriff's Office is moving to a new location. Officials announced that the location will be where the former People's Bank East Main branch was previously located. Officials say the location at the Perry County Courthouse was burdensome for elderly and handicapped. The move is expected to happen in the next several months. Tomorrow marks the one-year anniversary for legalized in-person sports betting in Kentucky. The Kentucky Horse Racing and Gaming Corporation reports from September 2023 through June of 2024. The Commonwealth generated more than $37 million in tax revenue, which is more than expected. Governor Andy Beshear says while he is pleased with the direction of sports gambling, he is concerned when it comes to college student athletes and wagering.
The concern that prop bets on who will take the first shot or others could potentially influence those athletes. That's being discussed, especially by the commissioner of the NCAA.
Governor Beshear also reported yesterday in his news conference in July sports wagering created an additional $2 million in state tax revenue. He attributes that to the Paris Olympic Games. Coming up, a new attraction could be coming to Sin City as land has been secured for a proposed museum.
A good start to the day on a Friday. That's always a good thing, right? We'll get you out the door with a little fog. How about the rest of the day? All the details with your ARH First Alert 7-day forecast after the break.